I'm sorry, one more. Richland Middle School. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Katie, you're still up there. Go right ahead.
Yes, sir. At the last board meeting, we had some discussion about Richland Middle School being built for 800 students, and just kind of looking into the future. The board asked that we show an additional 100 student capacity. And so what I wanted to show the board tonight, this top level, Irene from PPK has gone in and added 2 classrooms upstairs and 2 classrooms downstairs in the educational wing of that building. But what I want to show you is, so many times when we have things we want to do in a bid, we'll do an alternate. But in this particular case, they had to rearrange the classrooms to fit the additional classrooms. So you can see in the original piece down here, the science labs are here on the left at the end of the hallway. But when we add the 2 classrooms at the 900 campus, we had to move the science labs. So based on advice from Conan and our architect, we'd like to get guidance from the board if you would prefer that we stay with the 800 student design, or if we move to the 900 student. We've estimated the additional cost outside of the budget for this project to be about $1.3 million to add the 4 classrooms. We can't do an alternate on this one because it would cause the architects to have 2 sets of plans. And that typically doesn't bode well with our contractors when we go through those processes. So we're asking if the board will just give us some direction on how they want to proceed so we can continue on with the design work.
This was discussed last month, and Mr. McCarty brought the issue up. In the whole scheme of things, it's $1.2 million, $1.3 million. There is money in our contingency to cover that. But it's about 2% of the total project. And I think I'm in favor of doing the 900 because potential growth in the area, you've got a new elementary school in the area, it may feed into that. And I do not want to come back in 3 or 4 or 5 years and tell voters we're going to put some portable buildings there. So I think the 900 is probably justified and warranted. But also there are times if you need to move some special programs or special classes that need to happen there, we have the ability to do it. Because once you do the first, you don't go back. We fixed that problem with portables, and in my mind, that's not an acceptable fix. So I hope we can, I know we can find the money and the contingency to take care of that and give the voters more than what we anticipated. Take care of that. Mr. McCarty, you brought the question up. You have any more comments?
Yeah, thank y'all for looking into it. I do appreciate it. And it does, I certainly don't want to have egg on our face, in just a few years and go, yeah, we're a little short again. When it is such a small add in the overall cost to say, you know what, we've got a little extra room. I don't really think, I believe like some of the campuses that are possibly the competitive other kind of public schools, I think some of that joy will go away. I think some people will come back as well. So I think there's some, I think there's value in doing well. And I think the new elementary school obviously will generate more because it'll be the feeder for it as well. So
sure.
I'm certainly in favor of going this direction as well.
Other additional comments? Ms. Harding.
Just want to make sure demographers' information that doesn't go against, because as you state, the other schools in the area, if that doesn't continue to provide the competition that it looks like it may for a little while, we grow, but as long as demographers' information doesn't really give us cause to pause.
A little, but part of it is because we didn't anticipate how many might go away. Mm-hmm. I think we're seeing trends of those coming back. Mm-hmm. Also, when you open a new campus, it becomes pretty popular. And I think we may find some more moving in, and to have that capacity with really a 2% impact upon the total budget, it's a small price to pay in my mind. But a good question. I'm not sure the demographer is going to give us an accurate answer because it's changing. Like there's a new housing development going in at the corner of Baker Boulevard and Popplewell. Who would have thought where the horses are, there's going to be about 20-something houses. Mm-hmm. So that's not a huge impact upon that school, but potentially it could. There are some redevelopments going on and whatever along the way. Other comments or questions? Mr. Dilks?
I just want to say, as a teacher, former teacher, who was in 2 new buildings during his career, I never once felt like, oh, we have so much room left over. when we move in,
I made that same comment earlier, yeah.
There's always something. There's always a special class that needs to meet.
Agreed. If there's no objection, then we'll ask staff to continue to go forward. Actually, a vote tonight. This was information for us. If no objection, they give some direction, and we'll go forward with the 900 student revision.
All right.
Irene will know that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.